What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here, and welcome to Road to Ripped, episode 6 now, which is day 18. We're pumping through videos, and today is gladly a Saturday. We got one of the ghosts we picked up in the Costco video, and guess what? I can actually taste it again. The last video I think I filmed was on Tuesday of last week. It's now Saturday. I am still a little sick, like I still have a little bit of a cough, but I feel so much better, and I have my taste buds back, which is awesome. So I can actually taste this, which is nice. You might be able to tell from the impeccable fit that we're going golfing right now. Not a super early tee time, it's about 9 a.m. But I did want to just share the fit because I feel like that's part of the fun in golfing. On the dome, we have a Ponte Vedra Inn and Club like athletic fit hat. This is actually a collab Barstool did with the Players Club last year. So it has like the Sawgrass Splash drink on it, which is like one of the main drinks of the players. Got a pair of Lululemon commission pants. These are Crocs, but they'll turn into golf shoes eventually. And then it's actually kind of cold out, so I'm actually gonna wear a jacket. And that's gonna be this quarter zip from TLF. I feel like it gives off like such a good, like old school, like golf vibe. It's got a little like pocket all the way through it too, so it does have like that kind of hoodie thing going on. But yeah, honestly, one of my favorite things they've made recently. The fit is impeccable, like the sleeve length is perfect. If you haven't yet, definitely check it out. They come in like a couple different colors too. And if you're a golfer, could be really nice for the course. Let's figure out, so it is 9 right now. Tee time's in like 45 minutes. I wanna have some sort of a snack, or at least bring one, so I'm not starving there. I did pick these up at the store. These are just the normal little Belvita cookies, and they're not terrible. I think for what you get, I stay pretty full from them whenever I eat them. And you know what? I think that's all I'm gonna have. This should be enough to cut it. I'll put the calories and macros in for the day, which is literally just this. Yeah, 220 calories, 4 grams of protein. So not too bad for a little breakfast. And hopefully, let's have a good day of golf.
All right.
Welcome to the channel.
All right.
I thought you were teed up, dude.
I am teed up. Look at this.
Oh! Smoke sense?
That was insane.
Yeah, dude. That was sick, dude. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Joeysuggsfitness with a splash of Harity involved.
Golf is going well, as you can tell.
Just hit 3 shots off a par 3, and not a single one made it even near the fairway. So.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that was me.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Whew, what a time of golf. It is now 3 p.m. I just got home. That's how much golf we played, or how long it took us to play 18 holes today. But it was a lot of fun. I had some good shots and some very bad shots, but I think that's what golf is as an amateur. So I did at the turn, so like at the turn of 9, I did grab a little snack in the form of a turkey wrap. So like it was literally just turkey, lettuce, shredded cheese, and a tortilla. But it wasn't bad at all. So I tracked that in MyFitnessPal. I had my 3 beers and then a shot of Fireball, which you saw. So that and so that leaves us for the day like right over 1,000 calories. I don't feel like I had a lot of substance for that 1,000 calories, but so be it. It is a weekend, and protein is very low at like 35 grams. But I feel pretty good. I'm not like starving or anything, but I am pretty exhausted. I'm definitely going to shower and spend some time laying on the couch. Ooh, okay. I fell asleep on the couch. I showered, fell asleep on the couch, and now here we are. It's like almost 7 o'clock. I'm kind of in a weird spot as far as dinner goes, but I think maybe for dinner tonight, our appetizer is gonna be whatever we have in here, because I've been dying to try this stuff out for you guys and for myself. So let's just see what all we got. Like I said, this is a huge package of Prozis stuff, and it's a bunch to go through. But I'm just going to go pretty much top down in this thing and try out everything that I can for you guys and see how everything is. So we'll start out with some of like the bars and stuff. Here is something that, I mean, a lot of this stuff I've never tried. They have high protein waffles. I believe the calories are about 400 calories, 8 grams of protein or 10 grams of protein. It is just a chocolate covered waffle. And that's pretty good. You know what it actually tastes a lot like are those like chocolate covered donuts, both in the consistency and the flavor of the chocolate. Yeah, that's actually very, very solid. All right, this is something new as well. This is a melty. One of these bars has 220 calories and 21 grams of protein. Now it does say to make it more melty, you can put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. I'm not gonna do that today. Looks like it's got some crunchies up top, full chocolate coating. That is pretty good. The flavor is caramel and it definitely has a really nice strong flavor of caramel in there. I see what they're saying. If you would heat this up, it probably would get real melty in the middle. If I had to compare it to anything, it's very similar in consistency and a little bit in flavor of a Bear Bells bar, because you have that like kind of chewy, soft inside, some crunchies on top. This one has a little bit of caramel throughout. So yeah, the melties are actually very good. I don't know if I got any other flavors, but now I'm excited to try the other flavors as well. And then so Prozis is not just a supplement company. They have clothes, socks, all sorts of random stuff. This is actually a piece for the gym. It's a tricep rope. So like, you know, you get in here, you can do push downs. You can also do like crunches with it. So that's nice. What's crazy is they manufacture like all of their own stuff. Like this isn't a white labeled product. This was made in one of their factories. Really, really cool there. So there is some of that stuff in here. I'll talk about these. I've actually had these before and they're literally a combination of a liquid IV and like a very subtle like fat burner in a way. They're really good for like morning cardio or something like that. Definitely like these, so I want to get some more. By the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, but of course, you can get anything that I'm talking about in this video at the link down below. And right now they're still running their birthday month sale. So you can use my code, which is Suggs10, which will get you 10% off plus some free goodies depending on what all you pick. And the birthday sale is a wonderful time to try out their stuff because you get extra free goodies and things like that. So check out the link down below and let's try these out. All right, there's a lot of bars in here. So this one is a like choco nut bar, 300 calories, 7 grams of protein, but it's literally just supposed to be like mushed up, well not mushed, but mushed together nuts. Really hefty looking bar. You can tell it's literally just nuts surrounded by chocolate. Let's try it out. Damn, that is delicious. That is unbelievable. This is like what I wish a Kind bar tasted like. Like, cause you're getting that flavor from the nuts, but the hazelnuts in here make this so, so good. All right, this is definitely the best one I've tried in a long time. This one is really, really good. This is something else non-food related, but I saw this and I was like, oh, I could actually really get some good use out of that. And it is a little pill organizer. So just like a 5-day pill organizer. I feel like that'll be pretty helpful for me. This I'm not gonna try right now, but it is a form of pre-workout by them and it's kind of focused on like cutting. So it has some of that like L-carnitine in it, stuff like that, along with caffeine and really nice blend. So I'm gonna definitely try this pre-workout out later on. Speaking of cutting, I got some like fat burners for men. I think these do have caffeine in them. Yes, they do. 90 grams per 3 capsules. So not too bad. I don't like a high stem fat burner, but something like this I can easily take and doesn't like mess me up. White chocolate and dark chocolate little protein puffs. 3rd cup. 180 calories, and I think, what did I say, 12 grams protein? 14 grams of protein? I don't know if you can tell, but they're not like just puffs. They're definitely like coated puffs. Yeah, that's way better. I've tried the little like protein puppy things before, but they're so dry because they don't have any like actual coating on them. These are coated in chocolate. I'm a big consistency guy, like switching up my consistencies in a meal. So this will definitely help do that for me, as well as getting a little extra protein in. Keeping it true with the nuts. This is a Nutter bar. It's 280 calories, 6 grams of protein. Here's how the bar is looking, quite nutty indeed. Okay, well that is not crunchy. It's soft as well, kind of like the other Choco bar. I don't know which one I like better. They're both insanely good. I'll be honest, it's such a hard toss up between the two of them. They're very similar. I might go with this one just because it has a little less calories. We're keeping it peanuts, baby. No more hazelnuts. We're talking all peanuts. This bar is 78% peanuts to be exact. It is 230 calories, 10 grams of protein. They were not kidding. It is 100% peanuts here. All right, let me tell you what I really like about this. One, the peanuts are like really roasted. I love that flavor of like heavily roasted peanuts. And they use honey as the sweetener in here. And you can really tell a difference with like the sweetened by honey sweetener. Now, granted, these bars may not be the most high protein bars ever, but as far as flavor goes, these are definitely all up there in like some of my favorites for sure. All right, these bars, I don't know if I need to try them in this video. They are the Billion bars, 310 calories, 17 grams of protein. They're phenomenal. They're literally like eating a Snickers bar, but it has protein in it. I also still think out of everything I tried, these would be up there. You know what? Let's just eat one. I think the white chocolate I like just a little bit better. I mean, the outside just looks like a normal, like either dark chocolate or white chocolate covered bar. The inside though, you have the nicely roasted peanuts, caramel with the nougat underneath. Very, very soft, all surrounded by the white chocolate or milk chocolate for the other one. It's just all around an incredible bar. It's really hard to beat that. This is a protein zero bar, which tends to be their like lower calories. This has 160 calories, 14 grams of protein. I feel like it has very similar consistency to the melty bar that we tried. That is exactly correct. So almost exactly the same as far as you having surrounded by chocolate, chewy bit, caramel, and then crunchies on top. I do really like how these are a little smaller, yes, but your calorie and macro percentages are amazing. So we have a protein granola with like chocolate, hazelnuts, and granola pieces. And then we have protein mussolini, which I believe has all sorts of nuts and stuff in it. We'll go ahead and try this one first. 160 calories, 13 grams of protein in 1/3 cup. It says any time of the day, whether it's hot or cold, with milk, yogurt, or straight out of the bag. It definitely has like a bunch of different like grains in there, little chocolate pieces, so a little bit of nuts. A really interesting blend. That tastes really good. Kind of tastes like a healthy grain cereal maybe. This in a bowl with milk would be absolutely incredible. All right, and now the protein granola. This is 100 calories with 9 grams of protein. And granola I have had before, and this looks very similar to the granola that I've had. It's got like chunks of chocolate in there, a little bit of nuts, and then granola. Yeah, that's great. I'm a big granola person in like yogurt and stuff. And I think this is just a really, really simple way of getting a little extra protein in by using granola. All right. This is a huge thing of protein. This protein has 160 calories per scoop and 33 grams of protein. Not your normal like whey isolate. It's actually beef protein, and it's actually a little more than that. It has hydrolyzed beef protein and egg white protein. So it is nice to kind of switch up like how you're getting your protein in, whether it's through whey isolate protein, beef protein, egg white protein, casein protein. Just having a variety of that I feel like is pretty good. So I'm excited to try this out. I'm gonna do it like after a workout or something, but definitely excited for this. And then, like I said, nice to have your whey protein isolate. So this is 100% whey protein isolate. It is 110 calories and 25 grams of protein per scoop, which is pretty normal. I mean, it's still lower calorie protein for sure compared to a lot of the market out there. All right, this is technically our last bar. This is called their gourmet protein bar. 330 calories, 22 grams of protein. I have a feeling it's probably gonna be a big bar again. Flavor on this, by the way, is hazelnut chocolate. There's a lot of hazelnut focused things, and I can immediately smell it as I took it out of the wrapper. That is a thick bar, and it's big too. Thick, girthy bar. Yeah, the flavor is spot on, and it's very similar to the rest of their bars, right? You have fully coated by chocolate. You have a nougat style middle, center, inside that's a little soft. You have the caramel and you have your Crispies. This one also has hazelnuts within the Crispies. And I mean, it's just, this is a big bar. Like, this would be very filling if I ate the whole thing. All right, so I have 2 more items left in here. And they are not bars. They are actually nut butters. So Prozis makes all their own nut butters as well. I've had their normal peanut butter and it's really, really good. Caramel pecan, and this has like little crunchies in it. That is delicious. Oh my God. It has like a touch of cinnamon in there too, I think. You know what it has? You know those candied nuts you get, where do they even sell those? Like the mall or something? It has like that, or like maybe a amusement park, has like that kind of like back end flavor to it. That is interesting. It has like the exact same calories as normal peanut butter as well. All right, and lastly, we're gonna try the smooth chocolate peanut butter. So that's what we're dealing with. It is really smooth. It's also a little watery or like runny maybe, but let's try it out. I'll be honest, I can't get a good sense of it. It kind of just tastes like smooth peanut butter. I think this one was so overpowering that I cannot taste this one now. But I think it really all comes down to what you like better. If you like smooth, kind of more of that like runny peanut butter, you know, you drip it and you can drizzle it over things. Or if you like a little thicker with crunchies in it, they have both options in a bunch of different flavors. I didn't realize how much nut focused this tasting was gonna be, but there's a lot of nuts to go through. But that is everything. I mean, an absolutely insane amount of bars, protein, nut butters, all sorts of stuff to go through. And it's nice to have that stuff like on hand. So huge shout out to Prozis. Like I said, check them out in the link down below. You'll have my discount code to save you some money as well. I've said it before, but I was just so impressed by the amount of high quality things that they have on their website. If you haven't been, at least go check it out. I'm not gonna track my calories for all of this. If I had to, I mean, I would assume I just ate like at least 600 or 700 calories worth of bars and butters and stuff. If not, maybe a little more. But I'm probably not gonna eat anything for us tonight. I'm gonna keep this video going tomorrow as well. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and check in with you in a bit. All right, what is going on, people? It is now the next day. It's actually pretty late in the day. It's like 6 p.m. I've been sitting here watching the Masters pretty much all day long. But I didn't work out yesterday, so I do want to get a workout in, and this is starting to get really good. So I do have it up in the TV in the gym. So we're just gonna have a little chill workout day. Probably just gonna do like some shoulders, arms, watch the rest of the Masters and enjoy a nice at-home workout. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try the new Ripped pre-workout too. See how that is for today's workout. We'll do about a scoop and maybe a half in here. I did just try this though. It tastes very similar to like a yellow Gatorade, but it has a touch of cayenne pepper in there, which is pretty interesting. So you get a little spice as well. All right, 1 mile warm up done. And for our first exercise, it's gonna be a shoulder exercise and we're gonna work into dumbbell lateral raises. I'm gonna try and kind of pyramid my way up, right? So I'm gonna start with the 10s, probably do like 10 or 12 reps, then go up to 15s, do 10 or 12 reps, then go up to like 20s, go till failure, 25s, go till failure, maybe try and hit 30s. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do 30s for more than just like a couple reps. And then work my way back down. It's kind of a brutal first shoulder exercise, but it'll definitely get my shoulders exhausted, and that's what I need. All right, shoulders done. I'm gonna just pop my top off. We're gonna do a physique update anyway, so I'm not really gonna hide anything. The next exercise we're gonna do is going to be for triceps. And I'm actually gonna use the new Prozis rope because I really like that rope movement for getting a good squeeze at the end of the rep. So we're gonna do a tricep push down with that new rope. And the focus here is gonna be like 10 to 12 really solid, slow squeezing at the end of the reps here. And we'll do like 4 sets for triceps. All right, I just decided I'm gonna do a superset with this for traps and just do some dumbbell shoulder shrugs. I feel like this is a nice exercise to throw in, get a little extra trap work because I know my traps are lacking in my physique. So I'm trying to hit them like once, sometimes twice a week, try and build them up. So we'll do the superset here with traps, maybe like 3 or 4 sets of 10 to 12. Should be pretty good there. All right, we're gonna wrap things up with another superset. This one's gonna be a combination of bicep curls, standard easy bar bicep curls. Doing 3 sets of 10 really, really good, slow, controlled reps, no swinging, really focusing on a squeeze at the top. And like I said, 10 reps there for 3 sets. And then we're gonna drop down to our knees and do one of my favorite exercises for abs, and that is a weighted crunch. Once again, using this like rope attachment, really like this for weighted crunches. And same thing here, 3 sets, working about 10 reps per set. And that should be a really, really good way to end this workout for us. All right, Masters is over, workout is over. Congrats to Roy, that was insane sudden death. But now time for a physique update. And I know you got a little glimpse of it during the workout, but this is what it's truly looking like. All right, people. So this is what, I think it's like 18 days, something around there. So this is gonna be like my 2-week physique update. Here is how we're looking. And I don't know if you can tell, but I can definitely tell a difference in this physique compared to all the other physiques in the past. And typically it's around this weight in Road to Ripped where I feel like I start to actually look pretty good. Like the vascularity starting to come through in the arms now. The definition that abs is getting there. I definitely would say I'm still a little flabby, but we're definitely headed in the right direction. And when I show you the weight, I think you'll agree. So this morning we weighed in at 212.9. That is freaking awesome compared to where we were like earlier in the month. Yesterday we actually were even lower, 212.5. And I think the last video we were at was at this like 216.8. So having the flu may not have been the best for my health, but it definitely dropped some calories not having any taste buds and not wanting to eat anything. Now, do I think my muscle mass suffered during all of this? Yeah, I definitely think I lost a little bit of muscle mass. I'm definitely still a little weaker than maybe I feel like I should be, but regardless, it's definitely leaning me out, and it's definitely showing in the physique, in this physique update, and just how I like feel when I wake up in the morning, how I look in the mirror in the morning, stuff like that. So a really, really nice drop. I will definitely take that. And when it comes to calories and macros, I don't think I'm gonna make a change off that 2,500 quite yet, because I haven't had like a really consistent tracking period to tell whether that's just right, too high, too low. When we look at calories and macros for the past few days, I'll be honest with you, I have not been very good at it. Today, I haven't tracked a single thing. I had some protein pancakes for breakfast with some turkey bacon, didn't track it. I had a Prozis like peanut bar, didn't track it, and like some pretzel crisp with some hummus. Yesterday was the beginning of this video, and I tracked up until I stopped filming, and I actually ended up having sushi last night for dinner. So naughty, naughty me. Friday, I tracked up until about lunch, then didn't track. Thursday, just tracked my first meal and nothing else. Wednesday, I did track and we were a little over calories. And Tuesday, I believe, was the end of the last video. Monday, we didn't track fully either. Really, this whole week has been terrible as far as tracking goes. Do I have an excuse? No. Am I gonna be better next week? Absolutely. Last week was also just kind of hectic. It was a lot of like tax stuff going on and a lot of like weird stuff at work. So I'm gonna be on my game this next week as far as tracking goes. Lifts were pretty good. Once I got back in the swing of things come like Wednesday, I hadn't missed a workout until Saturday, obviously, and then we're back on it today. So I think I did a pretty good job of picking that up. But all around, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the progress has been so far. It's not pretty by any means, but we're definitely getting closer and closer to our goal. And I definitely see in the mirror my body changing slowly. So I think we're still on the right track, even though I might not be doing it the best way possible. Regardless, that was a nice little Sunday workout. I enjoyed it. And now I'm gonna hit a couple balls before I do my cardio. All right, we hit our balls. We did our 15 minutes of cardio. I'm exhausted. I wanna try one of these new proteins though. All right, I'm gonna try the like animal-based protein. And this is the one that's 33 grams of protein per scoop. So you already know we're gonna do 2 full scoops. All right, live first taste. Wow, it's way thicker than I thought. And it's way richer than I thought too. A lot of their proteins are like not super rich on the flavor. This one definitely is though. I really like the consistency and flavor of this. I think if you did it with milk, I think it'd be too thick, but with water, it's perfect. Yeah, it's really good. 320 calories, 66 grams of protein. That is literally ideal post-workout. All right, I've taken my shower. Typically, I don't know. I really don't want to make a bunch of food and eat tonight because it's already 9 p.m. But I really got to make this food. And I already have my Blackstone now because I used it this morning. So I'm gonna make these herb chicken thighs and these tilapia fillets. The chicken thighs are already seasoned, obviously, so I don't need to do anything with that. But for the chicken thighs, I think I'm gonna put some lemon pepper on there. So that should be pretty tasty. And it's nice to be able to use the Blackstone. All right, so on the Blackstone we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chicken thighs and 2 nice tilapia fillets. And I think we're gonna make a pasta dish for tonight. So I'm gonna do one of these little ready pastas, and these just go in the microwave for 1 minute. And in a bowl, I'm gonna do about 2 servings of mixed veg. And this also can go in the microwave to get warmed up. All right, so I went ahead and combined my mixed veg and my pasta, and now I'm just gonna separate it into 2 bowls. And next I can go ahead and add my meat that I just cooked up. I'm gonna do the chicken tonight. I feel like this will go well with this meal. Next, I feel like we'll keep it with the Mediterranean herbs and add some of this crumbled feta over top. And then finish it off with an interesting combo of this creamy Caesar from Simply. This is the stuff that only has 50 calories per serving, and I feel like it's really good. And this might sound kind of weird, but I'm gonna add some Frank's Red Hot in there just to add a little bit of spice and flavor. All right, and I did just cut everything up, so now this is just a big old glob of a bowl, but it still looks really good. It actually smells really good too, and I'm excited to try it out. Yeah, that's delicious. The chicken by itself is really good. Super quick, easy, like lazy to make, but for a nice pasta dish for dinner, I think I'm pretty happy with this overall. Just something else that like you can only find at Trader Joe's, it seems like. Those pre-seasoned meats are just so good. Also, I was kind of surprised at how well the calories and macros turned out for the meal. 564 calories, I feel like that's really good for like the type of meal this is and the size of it. Popping the macros, I mean, the only other thing we have in for the day is the protein that was like 64 grams or something. So we still have like right under 60 grams of protein probably in this. And I feel like that's really solid for this meal. So definitely very satisfied with dinner tonight. Also very satisfied with Road to Ripped episode 6. I feel like we got some stuff done. It was pretty relaxed, but all around we kept it together, and that is the goal, people. So hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, as always, a thumbs up on the video does really help out. But I'm gonna go ahead, enjoy this dinner, head to bed, and get ready for the work week ahead. Did not mean to rhyme that. But with that said, that's also a rhyme. I will see you guys very shortly in the next video. Peace.
This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah.